The photograph that I had selected in the exhibit was a photograph of a ghost town, a church that I stumbled across in Utah on a trip with my father. It was a photograph that I took at night with a time exposure, and I walked around the church while the photograph was being made with the camera and shone a flashlight around it, and created an interesting effect with the lighting that led to having the stars as well as an illuminated building in the scene.
Anything that's visual becomes art when it's made without compromise. That's my easiest way to explain it. Steele made that piece. There was no commercial reason for making it. He didn't make it to please anyone. He made it because he wanted to make the piece and interested in. The discussion whether photography is art was done so many times in the 80s that it finally went away. Is a photojournalist work art? I mean, I don't know. I guess it could be if he's taking these pictures without compromise and they're being published without compromise. But I sort of draw the line with art if something's been compromised. I guess I'm saying that a lot, but that's what I believe. So, if someone is making a photograph with the intention of content and the intention of pure beauty, possibly, for no other reason than you have to. And if he lives as an artist, then it's a piece of art.
I do both digital and black and white film photography, and most of my black and white work is done in a darkroom with 35mm film, and with color I stick primarily to digital. With black and white film, I can process the film and make an entire print, do the entire process strictly in the darkroom without any computer enhancement.
Okay, why? That's my question, because I've gone digital completely, and I do mostly black and white work, and digital is so wonderful, right? And I don't do anything in the computer that you wouldn't have done in the darkroom. It's for spotting and cropping, basically, no adding. So I'm curious why you stay in black and white film.
With black and white film, I really just enjoy the process of being in the darkroom with the chemicals. And but like I mentioned, with color, I strictly just do digital simply because there's a price concern on trips where I might shoot several thousand photographs. It really saves a lot of money to shoot digital. And just as an issue of time, as you mentioned, with color photographs that I shoot, it's much faster to shoot them digitally. There's actually a disadvantage to shooting film these days, simply because it's more expensive, much more time consuming, and you can actually get better image quality with digital, but I really just prefer the black and white film simply because I like the darkroom. After I graduate, I'm going to Washington and Lee University in Virginia next year, and I'm not going to major in photography or probably art, but I'll definitely take advantage of those opportunities in college and take classes in that. My intentions right now of majoring are possibly international studies or some business and politics.
Smart. The life of an artist is never easy, no matter what your level is. But it's not something, you obviously enjoy it. It's probably something you're going to continue to do. I don't think I would give it up.
Not at all.
You never know. The whole business world might fall apart, and you can fall back on art.
I really enjoy photography, and I think photojournalism or photography to some degree would be a really interesting career. But just with the advice I've gotten, and as you mentioned, I think I'm definitely going to take classes in college, but not as a major.
The recently published book, The Element, How Finding Your Passion Changes Everything by Sir Ken Robinson, an internationally recognized leader in the development of human potential, uses the term the element to describe the meeting between personal passion and natural aptitude, the place where the things we love to do and the things we're good at come together. He believes that it's essential that each of us find his or her element, not simply because it will make us more fulfilled, but because as the world evolves, the very future of our communities and institutions will depend upon it. Robinson states, the world is changing faster than ever in our history. Our best hope for the future is to develop a new paradigm of human capacity to meet a new era of human existence. A crucial component to helping others find their element is a mentor, someone who recognizes, encourages, facilitates, and pushes. Young masters, does that definition of a mentor describe your parent or your AP teacher? If you've not thanked them for helping you get here tonight, let's do it now. There is one very important individual who has served as a dedicated mentor for over 8,500 AP Fine Arts teachers and students in the Dallas community for some 15 years, and most certainly deserves to be recognized this evening. Edith O'Donnell. We thank you for sharing your passion with countless others and serving as an example for our future generations. On behalf of the O'Donnell Foundation, I wish to thank Dallas ISD and Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts for hosting the Young Masters exhibition. Principal Tracy Fraley and Public Relations Recruitment Specialist Sharon Cornell have graciously welcomed and assisted us in planning the 11th Young Masters exhibition. We greatly appreciate the Hudson Foundation Gallery Director, Jennifer Lewis, for spending countless hours hanging the show, highlighting each work with specially constructed frame, pedestal, or a case. And Paul Bain, computer tech teacher, who's presently orchestrating the Montgomery Arts Theater's lighting, sound, and stage technology. We're also indebted to Booker T. Washington Visual Arts Coordinator Lolly Tompkins and AP Studio Art teacher Charlotte Chambliss for their tireless assistance beginning back in May 2008 to coordinate this exhibition in the new MR and Evelyn Hudson Foundation Gallery. The preliminary judges deserve special thanks for selecting the 42 works of art exhibited from 309 pieces submitted for consideration. Maria Teresa Garcia Pedrochi, Head of Family Experiences and Community Outreach at the Dallas Museum of Art. And Maria, I know you're here somewhere. Can you stand up? Ellen Soderquist, Artist Instructor of Life Drawing, is unable to be here. And Natalie Michello, are you here? She served as one of our preliminary judges, and she's an instructional associate at Brookhaven College, School of the Arts. I know Michael O'Keefe is here, who is an artist, an adjunct professor of sculpture and drawing at Southern Methodist University, Brookhaven College, and Eastville College. Michael, you back row again? Serving as the final judge for this year's Young Masters is renowned artist Nic Nicosia. Born in Dallas, Mr. Nicosia attended the University of North Texas in Denton. He's recognized both nationally and internationally as an influential artist of the staged photography movement of the early 1980s. Nic has been a leading force in the contemporary art world, and recent work has been exhibited at the Modern Art Museum of Fort Worth, the Los Angeles County Museum of Art, the Dun & Brown Contemporary in Dallas, and Sight in Santa Fe, and Casa in Salamanca, Spain. The Dun & Brown Contemporary will feature an exhibition of Nic's new work, so mark this on your calendar, May the 16th through June the 14th. Nic currently lives and works in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I believe it's safe to say, and I'm looking at Nic sitting on the front row, that Nic has found the element. We are honored to have Mr. Nicosia serve as the final judge, and tonight he would like to take a few moments to recognize the highly talented 2009 Young Masters.